When we had an opportunity, we had the contact from Hotel Courage about them coming here, we thought it's a great idea because we feel that the audience here in Jenin specifically and the whole West Bank in Palestine, first, the audience here wants a theater with meaning. What is your message? What you have to say? Or else they don't find a reason for theater. The other thing is people love to laugh, and they will only laugh from what is true. Using mask is for us a great technique because when you put a mask on, here everything is accepted. Everything is possible. You can do the forbidden and still people accept. So then we can talk about many things. In this society there is a lot of taboos, there is oppression, there is occupation, and so we can talk about all the forbidden things with a mask, but we cannot without a mask. So when the idea came about Theatre Hotel Courage coming here to the Freedom Theatre in Jenin, we thought it's a great combination because we can try, and it was really about trying because we need to experiment with this audience. Let's say the people in Jenin have never seen a Commedia dell'arte performance. Most of the people have never seen a theater performance. So it's all about trying. And the experience that we had was a very good one because people they are happy to use their imagination, they're happy to laugh about the archetype characters of their society, you know, the bosses, the people who oppress them. Yeah, but it's still the beginning of an experience. Our investigation in the Freedom Theatre is common to the investigation in the Theatre Hotel Courage. We look for an universal language, that it starts a lot with the body in space, and this is why we all use analysis of movement as a technique, and the work with mask is a great technique for this. After you have done work with mask, and this is why it's said that an actor that can do a good work with mask, he can do a good work in any kind of acting, because you learn about dividing your movement to be clear to your audience what you have to say, what is happening to you, and how to tell a story. But also, you know, to connect big emotions and passions to your body language, to connect a character to all of this in a very high level of expression. So then when you get to this high level of expression, you can after level it down and down and down to smaller and smaller and smaller, or less intense and less intense. And so then you go through all the different ranges of acting until the naturalism. To work with archetypes, and I can speak of our experience here in Palestine, it's a very good experience, and again, it's a way how both the Freedom Theatre and Theatre Hotel Courage come into the same common goal, because the archetypes in society are very important to work on as theatre artists of a theatre with a message, with a political message, or with a mission of working for social change and social revolution. You have to talk about these archetypes. And so in commedia, in human comedy, this is very clear. We work from the slaves to the bosses to all of these different characters, and it's a great tool because the characters are very pushed ones, so pushed to their obsessions, and so we can really develop them. And then we always ask the actors, who is this character in your society? And then this is when it starts. This is when they start to go like, oh my God, this character, he is the head of the security. This character, he is the president. And so then they start to connect the masks with their life, and their life with the theater and the story that they can tell. They can tell the story of their lives to the people that are from their society, and then we can all agree that there is something there, and then we can ask the question, what to do? Catherine, I think she's a wonderful teacher, very positive and very straightforward and big motor of a team that is Theatre Hotel Courage. We also had the opportunity to work with Anna Faye and with Sasha and with Tamara, and they are all very positive, loving teachers. I think they have, Catherine has developed a pedagogy that is, works very well. Yeah, and she's a very sensitive person. She can pinpoint, and I've watched little miracles happen during the training that they did in May this year here in the Freedom Theatre, on how Catherine's way and this positive way can just open up someone. You know how hard it is to work with masks sometimes, and we had some students even that it was their first time working this kind of work, and just the loving way and positive way, and at the same time not stopping being demanding, just help people to find the space, and then suddenly a miracle happens, and there it is, the mask is alive. And you know, she has found a lot of concepts she has gathered, and the way how she presents these concepts really click in the minds and bodies of the actors. So yeah, Theatre Hotel Courage and the Freedom Theatre is a story, it's a love story. Because we agreed to meet in a workshop done by Theatre Hotel Courage, and from this, many little fruits and products start to come out, like a piece that we created together with Theatre Hotel Courage about a refugee, and so all the Courage play. And then after, we get two of our students to be part of the team of Theatre Hotel Courage and get training, to be trainers, to continue to train people here. And then now we are talking about Theatre Hotel Courage helping us with the 3-year professional training program in our theatre school. And so if you ask me, if everything we're going to do, I don't know, because we can do many good things, because I feel and we feel that there is a lot of things in common. This taste for a very demanding training, the physical theater side of it, and many of us just fall in love with mask and mask work. And so I think the Freedom Theatre wants very much to work together with Theatre Hotel Courage. I also feel that from their side also the same, and we are going to do many good things.
Well, Commedia dell'arte is something very new here in Palestine. It's an art that could really open a new door for the people to receive theater through it. And through the experience that we had, we really tasted a possibility of presenting a new art that could really do a great work for us in the future with our audience, to present our characters, our topics under the mask in a very new way, which is a great possibility of doing that. Besides presenting the history of that art to our audience and to ourselves as well. I think it's a long journey to go to taste, and to present that. Of course, there's so many ways we need to adapt according to the reality that exists in here. But I think this is such a great opportunity for us to take advantage from, so we can open new ways, and new knowledge for ourselves and for our audience. I think since they joined these kind of workshops, our actors started to open up. Beside all the information that we provide them with through the movement, analysis, the work of movement in general, that really adds a lot of ways of their bodies, to understand their bodies more, to understand the characterization of their work and what they do, how they move, how they should think. And it's a great combination for them between what they think and how their body should work. And they changed a lot. They changed with their minds, what they want to do, how they want to receive a new place and how to deal with them. That really opened their minds into a new level. I believe when I talk about Palestine and the art in general in here, the Commedia dell'arte and this kind of art as well, it will be a great combination of the work of doing a new style, creating a new style with what it is exists in our life and what we do, style of life, how the people talk, how the people behave, how the people are shy, how the people are afraid, and to add this kind of work above it and to present it in this new form that I think it's a great chance of creating a new form. I don't know what to call it, but it's going to be great. When first we met with the Hotel Courage in the Freedom Theater, we told each other that we founded each other. It was a long distance, but it seems that it is really a small world where real people can meet. And I think we find each other. It was a great beginning, and I see a very far future of cooperation and work and creating real art, real art that can change the mind of the people, the way of the people, and make a big, huge revolution. I think for Catherine and her team, I would say they are such a great people with a great soul, have a lot to give, and they're a real fighter for me because they work without stop. I mean, at least we are in Palestine and we work, but we stop. But they can work until forever. I think they have a lot to give us, and we can give each other. We can exchange a lot of information. I think we are full of emotions, but we miss the technique. So we find each other. We need real fighters. For them, they're real fighters, and we just met. And I would tell them, thank you very much for what you've done, and please come back and let's work.
For me as an actor to cross this period of Hotel Courage technique with a good time with Catherine and with the team from Holland, it's make a big difference. So that gives more energy for you as an actor, and you start to think in more substantive way in these actions, and you all the time try to use the technique of the mask if you do any character in any classical show. So I think that helps so much. But you know, as an actor, you have to be smart how to play with that, like the size of the movement, the rhythm of the movement, and all of these details. So you have to study that really well, and if you use it really well, will work really well, and people will see that. Because you hear that, we don't want the show to finish. Like, we want to continue with that. It's not, even it's an hour or 2 hours, audience, they do not feel time with this kind of theater. they just want to continue with that without thinking in anything outside, and which is something really marvelous. When we speak about Catherine and about her team in Holland and Hotel Courage Company, we was not expect that from them, but when they arrive here, the Freedom Theater, something shocked us. Like they are working all the time with full energy, and they are giving a lot of informations all the time. So that something helps a lot, and that develop you as an actor in really interesting way. So I think if we continue with that, and we can make a good plans to the future, and we can have a team here in Palestine, the West Bank, something will be great, because people here, they are falling in love with comic.
لا هي ما بعتتش هي هون. The training with the Hotel Courage, like how to use the mind and the body together, you know, it was like this, the training. And also I start to know about like the contra movement more and more, you know, start to build up. And also like how to use the elements in every like sentence, in every movement, in every like yes, sentence, you know, and it helps a lot. And when I perform on the stage, like I start to remember this kind of thing, how to use like the mind and the body together, and what I have inside, you know, like from like subtext or like words, and how to, yeah, it was like, it helps a lot. I mean, it was a great experience for me, yeah. All the technique with the mask, I mean, like the body and the mind, how to use it together, and also the physicality, and the elements, and the colors, and I mean, like, yes, all this kind of thing, you use it, like as a character you want to play, like in different thing, like in the theater, on cinema, on like, I mean, sometimes on if you want to make anything like with the others people in normal life, you know, I mean, like you use all this kind of thing, and it's help a lot, because like I that's what I believe also, and there is a lot of people, they say that if you want to be a professional actor, you have to pass this kind of work, you know, like the mask, to play with the mask, because it's train yourself how to use the mind and the body together, you know. Well, what is the difference between like when you're wearing the mask and you are as a character on the stage? It's a big difference. First, like for me, when I've been wearing the mask, like it's like a project, you know, and when the audience, they see it, they feel something, like it's a grow, you know, and you give them like a lot of emotion, even like it's one emotion on the face, like with the mask, but also it's a project a lot of things. And also, I feel there is a track thing, like when you play with the mask, you can speak about whatever you want. You can speak about a lot of things, you know, and you can express about a lot of things, you know, with the mask. And also, like, I mean, like, it's also, there is like also, as a character also, you can speak about a lot of things, but not like when you are with the mask, because it's not your character, it's someone else's character. And the audience, especially here, they will accept it for sure. You know, if you're going to speak about love, for example, if you want to speak about other thing, they will accept it, because it's not you, it's not Saber. They didn't see your face. I mean, this is someone else, you know, and it's a perfect thing, it's a really nice thing. Well, yes, about Catherine, I mean, I don't know like how to express about like what you felt about this person, because it's really hard to express like what you feel by words, you know. But I want to say she been from like the biggest thing happened in my life, you know, as a teacher, and she teach me a lot of things, and she been one of these people, you know, who helped me by the work, by how to train myself, you know. And of course I want to continue with her, like for sure, you know, and to be with her like in every moment, inshallah, you know, with the work, and to continue with her and to be with her, you know.